What's up, guys? It's your singing, it's your king, Planet Kenji, the Dark Hage here, and today we're gonna be doing another what if, which is a continuing one of what if Goku got stuck in Super Saiyan God. So where we left off is where Goku had just got on Beerus' planet, as him and Vegeta started training so they can unlock the next stage, which we all know is Super Saiyan Blue. So what happens is this is basically when I go to perspective of that little like blueberry thing. I forgot what his name was, but yeah, he basically wishes back Frieza as Frieza started training for months as he did in canon, as Goku and Vegeta were also training for months. So anyway, so this is when this is when we time skip to resurrection of art. And this is when Frieza then arrives on Earth. This is when like Piccolo gets the gang, and they start taking out of lower enemies, lower enemies, lower of Frieza's men. Jocko said he'll also take out the weaker one. His phone was still dust. He tries to bribe Whis and Beerus like to come for a Sunday, but obviously they still don't get the message the first time. But after a while, they end up getting the message. So this is when we get here. We then so when this is when Goku. So this is when Frieza then throws like a supernova at does a supernova like to destroy the Earth since Goku and Vegeta he thinks they're dead since no one said anything about the two as he only sees the sun. So anyways, this is when Goku Zen and Goku and Vegeta then arrive. This is when Goku only uses a ki blast. One little baby ki blast to destroy one, just that massive supernova that, mind you, this is a stronger Frieza that did it. A much stronger base form Frieza. A much stronger first form Frieza. When you think about it. This is Resurrection and first form Frieza, and he just flicked it basically with a ki blast. I think also even Super Saiyan God since it's his base form now. Since if you don't realize Super Saiyan God is like your god base form you can say. So anyway, so this is when Frieza says, no golden hair this time. No golden hair. This is when Goku said, this is when him and Vegeta plays rock, paper, scissors. And this is when they're like, rock. This is when the two are like, rock, paper, scissors, go. This is when Goku wins, and he says, yes. And this is when Goku then overruns. This is when Goku then over the Frieza, with Frieza then obviously powering up to his final form, not being able to sense Goku's ki, but he could tell just by Goku's aura that Goku's much stronger. So he'd already go into his final form. Not the buff boy form, like his more, like the one that okay, basically, he realized just like Goku and Vegeta, how it lowers his stamina. So he's mastered that, his normal power. But now not even, now to have the power of the buff form that he had. As this is when him and Goku just begins to fight in their base forms, you could say, which his base form is Super Saiyan God might be. But Goku obviously bought his body and Frieza. As this is when Goku then throws usually throws a basic ki blast. This is when Frieza then gets hit by it. This is when Frieza says, let's take it up a notch. Alright, Frieza. Alright, Frieza. This is when he says, would you like to go first? Nah, monkey. You can go. This is when crack, 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 crack. And this is when his blue aura then he begins to crack. And this is when Krillin and Roshi then says, it's just like when you originally went Super Saiyan God. As this is when Goku then began explaining that, alright, you can say Frieza, about, it says, about a year ago, you could say, I got a taste, well not a taste, but I got stuck in the form you saw before. Which basically made me a god now, you could say. A god Saiyan. And I furthered that power to make it my base form. And now I got something I like to call Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Or as my master called it, Super Saiyan Blue. Since it's basically me adding another 50 times multiplier to the Super Saiyan God form. This Frieza says, understand since he's not stupid. This one Frieza then says, ah! He says, what should I call this? No, why not just be cheap and call this Golden Frieza? Alright, Frieza, fair enough. But I just called Super Saiyan Frieza. Anyway, guys. So, this is when, um, what would I like to say? What I like to say? Okay, but this is when Goku then attacks first, like Frieza in the gut. Frieza retaliates by grabbing Goku with his tail, which Goku then bites his tail. And this is when he then kicks Frieza in the stomach. And this is when he then kicks Frieza up in the air. And this is when he enters transmissions behind Frieza. And then he then blink him on the forehead. This is when Frieza then retaliates by throwing a punch, a kick at him. This is when Goku, and then he decks Frieza in the gut, which Frieza retaliates by throwing Goku with his tail. This is when Goku then uppercuts Frieza, and this is when Goku then says, Kamehameha! And Frieza then dodges. And this is when Frieza then goes a bunch of death beams at him. This is when Goku says, this is when him and Goku and just look. This is when the two just look at each other, right? But this is when Goku then yells like, Super God Flash! He even says Super God Flash. This is when they give him the 1-inch punchy. And this is when he then begins to body freeze as he did in canon. This is when, as he continues, anyway, so this is when, guys, so this is when Goku, so this is when Goku then, this is when Goku then decides to say, I'm done Frieza for fighting you. And he says, alright Vegeta, it's your turn. Xena de-transform. And Frieza then throws a key blast at him. And he says, I can sense that. So anyway, so this is when, Golden Frieza's like, what are you supposed to do, Vegeta? But he's like, this is when he goes Super Saiyan Blue. As I've been a Super Saiyan for years now. And it's now time to get my revenge from what happened all those years ago. And this is when he then fights in the same mechanic, still could be in that speech, not finishing him off. But this is when Frieza then destroys the Earth, which we still protecting everybody that was around him. This is when Bulma still sheds a few tears that Vegeta died, but this is when Whis then revives. Like this is when Whis then tells Goku to go blue, as this is when Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue, as this is when he then rewinds the last 3 minutes that would happen, as this is when Goku then says, Kamehameha! No! Frieza's like, and this is when Garen kills Frieza. This is when this is when the Z Fighters gonna have a party and celebrate their winning against Frieza. And this is when, Whis tells them that they should start working together, which Goku would just reply saying that they rather fight their own battles. And this is when Whis says, well, you guys are Saiyans after all. So guys, I'll see you in the next one. So peace. One note. What what happens next time on What If Goku was Second Super Saiyan God? We'll see what happens for our monkey friends adventure. Peace.